All right!
Let's do this.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on another episode of Free Beer with Charlie. I'm Big Al, and this is Charlie.
Hey, how's our free beer community doing this week? Big Al, how was your week?
Oh, it was great. How about you?
It was a week, it seems.
I mean, it's Friday. Though.
It is Friday. You know, it seems like each week that goes by, I so look more forward to Friday.
Have you ever been to Kansas?
I've been through Kansas.
Through Kansas, yeah, me too.
I usually, stop before Kansas to fill up the gas on the way to Colorado.
And then fight the headwinds to get to the other side.
Yeah, what's that? How's that song go? A wind gently blowing across the plains?
What are you talking about?
Isn't there a song in there somewhere?
Maybe. I don't know.
As the wind comes blowing.
Oh yeah, that's Iron Maiden, isn't it? But anyway, Kansas is a great state. I've been there lots of times. You've been there lots of times.
Oh yeah.
But we're not in Kansas anymore.
No.
We're back in the good old Ozarks. But we got a beer tonight from Kansas, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
In fact, it's just really interesting beer.
Yeah, it is. It's actually, I guess we'd have to call it a pre-prohibition beer.
Yeah, so it's kind of a throwback to a recipe from a long time ago.
Yes, and Kansas is one of the few states that actually banned alcohol in 1881.
Yeah, now that's 39 years before the national prohibition in 1920.
Yeah, when you think prohibition in the United States actually ran from 1920 to 1933, well, Kansas didn't have any active breweries until the 1980s.
That's 100 years without an active brewery.
Yeah.
And that's why the farming of barley and the malting kind of disappeared in Kansas. So Charlie, let's tell everybody what we know about this brewery.
Well, Corey and Veronica Johnston started back in 2016 growing their own barley.
Yeah, and with a business partner who had a grain company, they were able to achieve a malting quality barley in 5 years.
Which, that's a big ordeal. It hadn't been done in a long time in Kansas. So in 2019, they decided, let's start a brewery. So they started Fields and Ivy Brewing Company.
Yeah, now that's in Lawrence, Kansas. So this is a Vienna-style lager. They made this in order to honor the brewing history in the area.
And a Vienna-style lager would have been the last beer style brewed pre-prohibition.
Right. Let's get this out and take a look at it. Whoa, look at that bottle.
Whoa. Look at that. We'll have to pull up a picture label for our free beer community. What do you think about that bottle?
That looks like a medicine bottle.
Oh, I think we could definitely use it for medicinal purposes.
Oh,
for
definitely,
sure.
yeah.
I like that label. It's nice. Reminds me of Kansas.
I'm assuming, yeah, definitely. I'm assuming that's the depiction of the owners or something?
I would guess so. But got them standing out in the field.
Very nice.
Very nice. Well, it's been a while, hasn't it, since we got to flip a cap. And this is not a twist off for our free beer community. Big Al, why don't you call it tonight?
All right. Heads. Producer. It's Charlie.
All right.
About Charlie.
That's great. I love their slogan.
Yeah, it's a great slogan.
Beer isn't about image, it's about what's in the glass.
It's about craftsmanship, authenticity, and excellence.
We're going to find out.
Let's do it.
Looks clean and crisp.
Wow, that is crystal clear. See through that? Very nice.
Very nice.
Let's look at that smell. Can you look at the smell?
I think we can.
Okay. It's kind of a grainy meal type smell.
It's definitely not one we'd want to do an air freshener out of.
No, it's probably a -1.
Probably a -1. All right, let's try it.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
That's real good. Now I have to say, I'm gonna say that's sweeter than a typical Budweiser.
Yeah, that is.
What do you think on our scale of?
I would probably give this a +2.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely got a sweetness factor.
It does.
And I think we need to reiterate to our free beer community, that's a good sweetness factor. It enhances the flavor. It's got to be from the grains that are in it.
It is. It's full of flavor, actually. It's got a really good flavor.
And that's a good way to put it. Big Al hit the nail on the head. It's definitely a full flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good beer.
Yeah, it's very good.
What do you think of our classifications, Big Al?
I think it's an easy drinker and smooth enough that this would be probably an entry-level beer.
I think so. And I think it's clean enough, clear, crisp enough. I think it's definitely a refresher.
Yeah, and we could guzzle this.
Oh my gosh, this is one you could drink coming home from one of those days at work, or even going into work.
Well, I don't know.
Well, I probably shouldn't say that, but I think going into this time of year, heading into spring and summer. Oh my gosh. We could take this one everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, this is after mowing the yard, after getting out of the pool, I mean, cooking out,
right?
Canoeing, camping. Oh,
any of those things. Going to the doctor, vacuuming out the pet hair.
Going to
Is
the
there
vet.
anything that we couldn't actually drink this after?
Yeah.
I think it'd be good for anything.
Yes.
And since it's a Vienna style lager from like pre-prohibition, we have to call it traditional.
Yes, definitely traditional.
Yeah. So Charlie, overall, I mean, this is a pretty good beer.
Yeah, this is a pretty good beer.
The wow factor to me, I would say is a wow factor, is that the barley and grain flavors are really coming through.
Yeah, and I think it's got to be like you said, the wheat and the barley that gives it that extra sweetness.
Yeah.
But it's a full flavor, which, I don't think we can say enough about that. But, I definitely think overall, I'd say it's definitely a 4.
I believe in that. Yeah, that's a good score.
And I love it, once again, to get back to our craft brewers, I love it that they're doing everything they can locally with all the ingredients. They remodeled an old lumber yard to make their new brewery out of.
That's right. Yeah.
It all comes back to that, doing everything for the community, helping out the community by doing the remodeling of an existing building. I mean, I just think all that's phenomenal. And we got to give Fields and Ivy kudos.
Yeah, you bet.
That's huge. Well, Big Al,
Charlie,
here's to God, guns, and rock and roll.
Amen. I hope you got some more of that.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
That's good beer.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show. And don't forget, I'm Big Al.
I'm Charlie.
Until next time.
Started in 2016 growing their own barley.
Yeah, and with another guy. Yeah, along with a business partner who owned a grain company, they were able to do something else, but we'll start all over again.
So they formed and founded Fields and Ivy. They formed and founded.
They molded, they shaped.
They took some pottery and they
sculpted.
And they said, "Oh, there's a brewery. I want to be a real boy. I want to be a real boy. Oh, have us a real brewery." So in 2019, they started the Fields and Ivory Brewery.
Actually, it's Fields and Ivy.
I said, I did it, didn't I?
That'd be a good blooper.
Dang.
So this is a Vienna style lager. They made this in order to give some kind of thing.
Oh my God. Take 2.
So this is a Vienna style lager. They made this in order to honor.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's got a smooth enough, the crystal clear, the like you said, the smooth, the creaminess. I don't know where I got that from.
hot dog.